Starsiege Deadzone started early access this week and is in preseason until August 1st. I did mention it briefly in my Extraction Shooter Spotlight video. Now that it's in early access, I figured give it a little more exposure since I've been playing it on and off during the alpha. Visually, it's not impressive, but I appreciate the synergy that's being created with its gameplay dynamics. With the circle pushing you to move, the evac pods only spawning halfway through the match, and the procedurally generated maps, it all kind of creates a great scenario that gives you a really satisfying, tight, entertaining gameplay loop. This will be a lot like my drop series from the cycle, where I just tell war stories while also sharing some tips and tricks for newer players. Since it is a newer game, I'll break down some features of the game, so if you don't already play the game, you know what you're looking at. In this first run, I went bare bones with nothing. However, I completely forgot to bring any kind of spare ammo. I find energy ammo rather quick, but without kinetic ammo, my PvP options are somewhat limited. The energy weapons are designed for PvE and have a slower travel time, so they're not really practical for PvP use. I find an AR and some grenades, which helps, but it doesn't take long for me to open a door and run into our first trio. One of my teammates overextended, which leaves the rest of us out of offensive options, so we rotate, hoping for some usable loot. Finding an energy shotgun and some kinetic ammo helped, but we both lacked the meds to get back up to full. So when we made contact, we tried desperately to continue rotating. Understanding our situation, my teammate has enough discipline not to fire at enemies unless we need to, which I am grateful for. Seeing the evac pods, getting pushed by the circle, and hearing tons of fighting nearby, we knew we had to be decisive in our movements, and made it out. After a few lackluster but profitable drops, I decided to go heavier on my loadout and get rewarded with 2 teammates with tags telling me they are at least coordinating with each other, which is a bonus. I swap out my phase shift ability for a dome shield as I think it has better synergy with teammates. After some routine looting and mob killing, we enter a large room when I realize the mobs aren't attacking us. At first, I don't use my scan because all it would do is give away that I was there, but once they scanned me, I knew the jig was up. So after getting 2 of them weak, my teammates came in on the flank and secured the kill and routed the remaining members. With the evac pods spawning nearby, we move to that room, when we hear a new team also trying for the pods. After a failed attempt at pricing the door, I find a long angle to cover the door and give my team space for the evac. On this next run, I gave the upgraded pistol a try, and I also figured that a lot of the shortcomings of energy weapons can be negated at close range, so I opt to start bringing in the energy shotgun for that reason. We loot our way to the bar when my teammate pings that the enemies are coming. We loot and move on. Once again, when you scan, you're telling an enemy that can see that scan that you're coming. Unfortunately, the next engagement sees one of us killed. With the circle at our backs, we grab his dog tags and rotate as fast as possible, looking for a revive. But soon, we come across an evac pods, and we're not the only team there. Continuing to try out different guns, I try out the auto pistol. The usual looting and exploring ensues when we start to hear an enemy team. Unfortunately, one of my teammates decides to overextend while having no shield, and the other thought it was a good idea to use an energy AR to fight at range. Unable to find my teammate's dog tags leaves us without the ability to revive him, so we move on. Shortly after, I spot some mobs aggroing down the hall, and I ping to let my teammate know. Unfortunately, he pre-scans, giving away our position. With him dying, and I am left little options but to escape and rotate, hugging the circle edge until I come across 2 sets of escape pods, with plenty of fighting nearby. With teams in every direction, when pods finally spawn at my back next to the circle, I do not hesitate to get out. For this run, we go back to the pistol and almost immediately come into contact with a team that seems to be oblivious to our presence even after I get scanned. After getting to engineering, we can hear activity ahead of us, and so we start creeping. Finding that cheeky angle really helped make it hard for the enemy to play defensively, even if I missed more than I connected with. Unfortunately, the next enemy team paid us back. On this last run, things start to escalate. I have at this point been able to craft the next tier in armor, so I got some increased survivability and the ability to see mobs on my minimap since I got some recon traits in that armor. I brought an SMG with an energy grenade launcher. It's not great at clearing out mobs, but it does offer pressure opportunities in PvP. We run across a team pretty quick, and I find myself in a golden opportunity to utilize said weapon. Unfortunately, one of my teammates isn't providing any kind of flank pressure, leaving me and my other teammate to do all the heavy lifting. Determined to revive my hardworking teammate, I beeline it to the revive station with as much of his kit as I can manage. We just finished looting the bridge when suddenly, it was during this fight that I noticed my teammate's arrow wasn't showing up on the minimap. Looking for a flanking option, I saw that the enemy had displaced. Then, the escape pods started to spawn, and it seemed like all the teams started to make their way to us. With all the teams either dead or evac, we make our way to the pods. A lot has happened since these drops, getting more familiar with the game's mechanics, upgrading my character, getting in bigger fights, and getting better hauls. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more like it, hit the like and subscribe button and let me know. If there's any feedback you want to give, leave a comment down below. Thank you so much for watching, and good hunting.